Hello everyone, my name is Michael. Today I'm performing a company analysis on the company of Intel to show you whether it is good to invest in short term or long term. Okay, let's start. Come on. Okay, about the company. First, the company was founded in 1968 and it is an American manufacturer of semiconductor computer circuits. As of today, it is the world's largest semiconductor chip maker. Next, so here are five shareholders, top five shareholder of the company. First one, Andy B. Bryant, chairman of the board. Second, Brian M. Krenich, former CEO. Third, Robert H. Swain, CEO. Fourth, Stacy J. Smith, former CFO. And last one, Diana M. Bryant, who is the former executive vice president. And now here are some accounting policies that I have recognized that Intel is using that I have learned in class. First one being revenue recognition. A company recognized revenue when the product is delivered and with consumer feedback. Also, next one, inventory. Intel computes inventory costs on a first in, first out basis, and every inventory have to meet their technical standard of production. Next is property, plant, and equipment, which is the depreciation method they're using. It's the straight line depreciation method. Next is goodwill. Intel performed an annual impairment assessment of goodwill at the reporting of the fourth quarter, which is the last quarter of the year. All right, let's go into analysis. Here, yes. Okay. Here is the Excel file made for Intel, based on their annual report of 2018 and 2019. And note that every number here is represented in million. Okay, let's start in income statement. Horizontal analysis. They have a 2% increase in net revenue, which is not a lot, but here they had a 10% increase from 2018 to 2019 of cost of sales, which is not very good. They have more cost, and which we can see affect the gross margin, and have decreased 4%. I believe it's because of the increasing of the cost, and they are not able to sell as much as they produce. And some major numbers here: 646% increase on restructuring and other charges. 1,331% increase of gain on equity investment. Also, 284% increase on interest expense, which is not so good to see. Moving on to the balance sheet. On the balance sheet, we can see that the company had an increase in cash about 33%, which is around $1,895 million, which is very decent, yeah. And short-term investment, they have a decrease of 61% in short-term investment. Other is not very significant, other than the other current assets, which have a decrease of 46%. However, it didn't really affect the total current asset very much. Actually, it had increased 9% from 2018. And here, not very significant numbers. The total asset have an increase of 7%. If only looking at the asset part, it's fairly well. They're not doing very bad, but when you look at the liabilities, the first thing you see here, short-term debt. They have increase of 193% of short-term debt, which is almost triple the amount of 2018. That's a very significant thing we don't want to see in the company, and I think the total current liability have increased 34%, have an increase of 5,684 million from 2018 to 2019, which is also not a very good thing to see in a company. And here is the horizontal analysis and vertical analysis. Here, we can see I've already talked about it, the cost of sale. it's increased. It's not good to see and caused the gross margin to decrease. The net income haven't changed much, but still decreased a bit. And the cash is increased around 1%, which is fine. Short-term investment decreased a lot. Inventories increase. I guess that can be related to the increase of cost in the income statement. Other current assets decreased, as I said. Total current assets increased a bit. Looking at liabilities, also, as I mentioned before, increase in short-term debt and increase in total current liability. And here is the total shareholder equity. So we can see that the company is not heavily debt reliant company. Have a 50-ish% of equity. Even though it have decreased, it haven't exceeded the 50-50 ratio. Okay, moving on to the ratios. So the current ratio and the asset test turned out not to be as good. 1.4 to 1. And in 2018, 1.73 to 1. It have decreased, which is not good. With and also the asset test, it also has decreased and haven't met the general standard of 1 to 1, which is not a very good thing to see. About the rest, it's pretty well. Even though it have decreased, we can see that 2019 wasn't a pretty good year for Intel. Solvency, 43% of debt to total asset, and here it have decreased a lot from 2018 to 2019. Okay, the interest coverage have decreased a lot. Moving on to profitability ratios. It's not much to talk about here. It's all very standard. Back to slight recent use. Intel is publishing a new product. It's a new processor for computers. It's the world's fastest gaming processor, which will be available for sale in May, in this month. And I'll talk about the effect next, long-term and short-term. So in short-term, we can see that the company is not doing really well. They have a significant increase in short-term debt and have a decrease in gross margin, which probably because they have a lot cost of sales. In the long term, the coronavirus outbreak has put people in their home, and as we see in this slide, Intel has published the world's fastest game processor, which could be a potential demand of that product, which people staying at home might be gaining more than they used to be. So this might be a potential increasing demand for the company. And in conclusion, it's not a wise choice to invest in Intel in short term, and because of coronavirus outbreak, most of the factory are shut down, and it's in long term, it's not clear to see when the coronavirus is still out there, and it's not really good to invest in Intel as of now. And that is the analysis on Intel. Thank you.